Okay, you're looking at two house to homes slash mainstays slash Utilitech slash whatever other brand names these fans come under these days. And let me turn the TV down because it's too loud. Really doesn't matter what brand names they come under these days. The one to your left is the older model. It's the one that Fans Galore's LLC have. And on the front badge of that one, it actually says Utilitech. So mine don't have no brand name on it because, well, obviously it's house to home and they didn't want the brand name on it. The one to your right is also house to home, the newer design. A much easier design to pull apart from the front, take the blade off, maintenance it. The back is a little more difficult due to the wires and things like that. I'll show all of that. This is a video request for Fans Galore LLC. He wanted to see both of my mainstays box fans because he had the Utilitech box fan, and I told him I had the same one, but for the brand name House to Home. So I do hope that you will enjoy this video, Fans Galore LLC, and everybody else out there that like to see comparisons. All right, so let's get into it. As you can see, the one to your left has the knob on the front. It has the skinny banana blades. The one to your right has the knob on the top. It has the Camair blades, or Camair, the company that produced the fans for Aerospeed. It has that blade set. The design on that one is way different from the design on the previous model, which is apparently the one that's still being produced as well. Or at least some companies still want that one to be produced. The one to your left is much harder to pull apart and to clean. The one to your right is a lot easier to pull apart and clean. The one to your left have feet under it where you can turn it in and out. And the one to your left, unfortunately, those feet had to be, the one to your right, unfortunately, those feet had to be screwed in. All right, so now I'm going to turn them around to the back of them and I explain the back. The one to your left has ventilations for the motor. A few vents. Primarily it's basically sealed so that when you have it in the window, the rain won't affect the motor. That's quite unfortunate. It only has a few holes in the back of it. The motor can only breathe just a little bit, which is not good for the motor at all. Also, to your upper left hand corner is the handle. And to your lower left hand corner of the fan is a little area where you can put your cord in there for storage. The one to your right, well, the back of it, as you can see where the sticker is, the back of it don't have no holes at all for the motor. There's no vent holes at all for the motor, and that is a very bad and terrible mistake. Long use of this, heavy usage, daily usage, without turning it off, every single day can cause significant damage to the motor because the motor can't breathe. The motor will end up dying because there's no holes in the back of it for it to breathe at all. And the cord comes directly out of the back towards the top. The cord on the one to your left comes out towards the bottom like it's supposed to. So that's a terrible design on the back of that one. And it's also a terrible design on the one to your left because there's only a few holes out of all those holes that are sealed up for the motor to breathe. I don't know who the designer is. I don't know who came up with this design for the manufacturer, but they're complete idiots because the company or either the manufacturer's intentions was to do it this way so that over time the fan will die. You throw it out and you get a new one. You just waste more money on buying the exact same one. If you're smart enough, you would know to go with something vintage or not to even purchase these again if you're smart enough. I don't care how much you like them. Don't buy them again once they die on you. Terrible designs on both of them. At least the one to your right, they have a bunch of screws in there where you can pull off the covers. It'll be very difficult to pull off the back cover because the wiring and the cord goes through the back cover. Unless you really know what you're doing when it comes to that motor, I would suggest that you don't do that if you have one of these. The handle on the one to your right is up to the very top. The handle to your one to the left is off to the side of the left of the fan, left hand side. All right. So with that being said, that's pretty much the differences between the two, Fans Galore, LLC, and everybody else out there. Now I'm going to turn these back around and we're going to quickly go through the speeds, and that's going to wrap up this video. I did a video like this before a while back, so I'm pretty sure it's still out there. So here we go. Let me turn the other one around, and we'll go ahead and run these two and wrap the video up. We're going to run these fans one at a time. We'll start off with the one to your left first. Of course, that one is significantly louder than the one to your right. So let's start off with the one to the left first, all 3 speeds. High speed, and now medium. And now low. It's pretty quiet on low. I mean, my Air King, before I changed out the blade on the Air King and put the 3720 Weather Shield blade in there, when they originally had the 3733 blade in there, it was very, very loud. Overbearingly loud. Obnoxiously loud. But now that I have that 3720 Weather Shield blade in it, it's way much better. And we're going to power this down. Y'all can watch the spin down time. It's pretty long. Then we'll go to the one on your right. It's got a pretty decent long spin down time for thin blades or banana blades. Pretty decent bearings. Now let's go to the one to your right. I'm going to go ahead and run it on all 3 speeds. Then we're going to sum the video up by running both of them on all 3 speeds. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's low. The one to your left starts off on high. This one to your right starts off on low. So that's a significant difference right there. They changed the way the speeds go on both of these. Medium and then high. The one to your right moves way more airflow than the one to your left because of the design. I like the way it's designed. Full power. I do apologize if you can't really hear the airstream. The tripod's far away from the fans. All right, spin down. The one to your left, the speeds are integrated. Instead of like written on the plastic, they're just like integrated into the plastic. Whereas the one to your right, because the cabinet is metal, it's kind of just like written on there, and the credits are wearing off. That's not good at all. The spin down's pretty good on that. I think the one to your left is a little bit longer. All right, now for the final part of this video and the conclusion of it. Which one is louder? And so let's go ahead and run both of them. Remember, the one to your left starts off on high and the other one starts off on low. So we're just going to start them both on high, and here we go. Y'all be the judge of it. Which one is louder? I'll let y'all be the judge of that. I personally think the run to your left is way louder. The one to your right, not so loud. And they're both running on high speed. Gotta forgive me, I forgot the speed selection is a little bit different. Again, the one to your right is a little bit louder even on medium. I'm sorry, the one to your left is a little bit louder even on medium, and the one to your right is, well, it's also loud. The speed dials are a little bit different. They start off differently, so you gotta forgive me if I'm making a mistake on that. Well, that's a dead giveaway. The one to your right is way louder than the one to your left when it comes to low speed. So the left one is much quieter on low than the one to your right. Obviously, there are some significant differences in how loud the fans get on the speeds. So there you go. That's where it is on low. The newer model to your right is much louder on low than the older model is on low. All right, now we're going to spin them down. Enjoy the spin down time. Let's see which one spins down the fastest and which ones spin down the longest. Looks like the one to your left spins down the longest. Pretty good bearings. They're both good fans. These are my house to home / mainstays, Utilitex, and any other brand name you want to call them. But these are labeled for house to home. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Fans Galore, LLC, and everyone else out there that like to see comparisons. Rate, comment, subscribe, share, love, like. Lamont, the Fan Collector, and out.